Brittney Griner thought her words would go unchecked, that no one would challenge the viral comments many say targeted Caitlin Clark. But then, Indiana Governor Mike Braun stepped in and dropped a political bombshell that sent shockwaves through the entire WNBA. Now, the league is under fire for what critics say is a disturbing double standard. Is the WNBA really protecting certain players while scapegoating others? Buckle up, because this story is deeper, messier, and more explosive than anyone expected.
She accused the Indiana Fever fan base of being racist. They investigated it. They said those accusations were false. The least that she could do is apologize to our great state and the fans that show up at these games and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Obviously, she's not going to do that. But also, Dan, why isn't the Indiana Fever apologizing to their own fan base for putting them through that, for going through those types of accusations? I mean, those are awful accusations. They weren't true. The fans weren't shouting racial slurs toward Angel Reese or opposing players. I mean, where is Caitlin Clark? Where is the Indiana Fever? Where is the WNBA saying that investigation there shouldn't have been an investigation? The allegations were false. Where's the apology? It hasn't happened. It's disappointing. As someone who is, my daughters are fans of the team. They've gone to games to see Caitlin Clark. It's so demeaning to our state and to the fan base to go through something like that. The least they can do.
It started with a simple interview, but it ended with a public rebuke of the WNBA's leadership. Governor Mike Braun did not hold back. After an internal league investigation found no truth to claims that Indiana Fever fans hurled racial slurs at Angel Reese, Braun demanded accountability. Quote, "The least she could do is apologize to our great state and the fans who show up at these games." The league acted fast when rumors about fan misconduct spread. But when a viral video surfaced, one showing Brittney Griner allegedly calling Caitlin Clark a trash FING white girl, the WNBA looked the other way. Not a single comment, no statement, no context, nothing.
Everyone deserves the right to play. Everyone deserves the right to come here, sit in these seats, and feel safe and not feel like there's a threat or they can't be who they are. Definitely will be speaking up against that legislation and those laws that are trying to be passed, for sure.
Media clips analyzing Caitlin Clark's every move versus softball coverage of Griner, Reese, and others. From day one, Caitlin Clark has faced relentless scrutiny. Every foul, every stare, every post-game handshake. Meanwhile, players like Griner and Reese appear to operate under a different set of rules. This isn't just media noise, it's institutional bias. It's a story that escalated fast, but the facts don't lie. The real controversy started only after the Chicago Sky suffered one of their worst losses and needed a distraction.
Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are the best gift that the WNBA has ever had. I mean, and the fans that show up and pack that place, I mean, sell out crowds every time Caitlin Clark plays. It's so great for Indiana, but it's good for the WNBA. But how dare you accuse our fans, the Hoosiers that show up at these games, being racist when they're not? I mean, that was an opposing player who hates Caitlin Clark. Frankly, it's a great rivalry for the teams and for the sport. But don't accuse our fans of being racist. I mean, that's the kind of garbage that gets thrown around all the time. It wasn't true. The investigation proved it. And there was no outcome of it. There was no apology. Apologize to the fans. I mean, that's a simple thing to do. And I wish the team would have been more emphatic about that. Stand up, stick up for your fan base. I mean, that's who's keeping you alive. So maybe they'll still do that. I don't know. I mean, I tweeted that Angel Reese should apologize, and my tweet got a lot of reactions, but I'm not going to hold.
This isn't just about one video or one game. It's about a growing rivalry that began in college and is now tearing through the pros. Reese, Griner, and others have often been critical of Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise. Some call it jealousy. Others say it's a fight for respect. But when those tensions spill into baseless accusations, it crosses a line. Fever fans have had enough. They've been labeled as racist with no proof. Their home team has been vilified despite selling out arenas and raising the profile of women's basketball. Now they want an apology. What makes this worse is the silence. No comment from Brittney Griner. No explanation. No apology. Just silence. It's hard not to wonder, what if the roles were reversed? Governor Braun has made it clear, this issue isn't going away. With Clark continuing to be the WNBA's biggest draw and pressure mounting from the public, something has to give. This is bigger than basketball. It's about truth, fairness, and respect. Will the WNBA do the right thing? Or will it double down on the silence? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Just when you thought the WNBA drama couldn't get any crazier, Indiana's governor drops a political bombshell, backing Caitlin Clark and calling out the league for alleged bias. And at the center of this firestorm, Brittney Griner, who may be facing real accountability for the first time in her career. Today, we break down the controversy, the backlash, and the political firestorm threatening to tear the WNBA apart from the inside out. Get ready, because what's happening now could change the league forever. Since her release from a Russian prison, Griner has enjoyed near immunity from criticism. Backed by the league's social justice wing, she's often portrayed as untouchable. But that protection? It may be cracking. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark has taken the WNBA by storm, breaking viewership records, dominating social media, and filling stadiums across America. But despite her success, she's become a target. That's when Indiana's governor, Mike Braun, had enough. Backed by Senator Jim Banks, he went public with an explosive statement, calling the investigation fraudulent and demanding equal treatment for Clark. Brittney Griner has long been protected by the WNBA's internal power structure. But this investigation flips that script. Why are governors and senators risking political capital to defend a 22-year-old rookie? Simple. Caitlin Clark is bigger than the WNBA. If the WNBA actually investigates Griner for her alleged comments, it could unravel years of selective enforcement and favoritism. Caitlin Clark is the biggest star the WNBA has ever had. If they keep treating her like a threat instead of an asset, more people will speak out, and they won't be able to silence them. What happens when politics, power, and public opinion collide with sports? You get this. A league on the verge of collapse, and a star who refuses to play by their rules. Brittney Griner thought she could get away with it. But now, the most powerful man in Indiana is calling her out, publicly. After false claims against Caitlin Clark's fans went viral, Governor Mike Braun has had enough. The silence from Griner? Deafening. The WNBA? Cornered. And fans? Absolutely furious. It started with one lie and ended with a political firestorm. Governor Braun didn't hold back after an investigation found zero evidence that Fever fans shouted racial slurs at Angel Reese. But what made headlines? His demand for accountability and the warning shot aimed directly at Brittney Griner. Just one day after that investigation wrapped, a new video exploded online, showing Griner courtside, appearing to say something shocking about Caitlin Clark. Let's call it what it is, double standards. Clark gets tackled, shoved, mocked, no calls. But one unproven claim from the other side? Full investigation. Full media outrage. Now the government is involved. Governor Braun isn't just angry, he's building support. With upcoming press briefings and national media on his side, the WNBA may be forced to act. This isn't just a PR mess. It's a full-blown credibility crisis. With Clark becoming the face of women's basketball, fans are demanding real change and real consequences. Will Brittney Griner finally respond? Will the WNBA hold anyone accountable? Or will they protect their favorites again? You decide. Drop your thoughts below and hit that subscribe button because this story is just heating up. The WNBA ignored it. The media stayed silent. But the people of Indiana? They fought back. And now the governor himself is setting the record straight. Brittney Griner's words sparked a fire. But what happens when that fire turns on her? That's when Indiana Governor Mike Braun stepped in, calling out the league, the media, and every player spreading misinformation. And then came the real twist. A video showing Brittney Griner, courtside, allegedly mouthing a racial insult toward Caitlin Clark just one day after the investigation ended.